Hi, my name is Brandon Yi Hao Tan. Today I'll be presenting my assignment 3 Entrepreneurial Journey Reflection. And in this presentation, I'll share how my understanding of creativity and entrepreneur evolved, what feedback taught me, and how this insight will shape my future work. Now, let's move on to the evolution of creativity. When I first entered this unit, I thought creativity was something fixed, something only naturally talented people had. I believed being creative meant having the perfect idea immediately or being artistic. But through the semester, this understanding changed. The first shift came from the 4C model of creativity. It helped me see that creativity isn't about big breakthroughs, it includes everyday problem solving and growth over time. My creative type and thinking style helped me understand my strengths, transforming ideas, and think differently. What I needed was structure to organize those ideas, and that realization was a major turning point. Another breakthrough happened in Sprint 3 when I learned quantity over quality. I used to filter my ideas too early out of fear of being wrong, but brainstorming showed me the value of letting ideas flow freely. Creativity needs space first, and evaluation comes later. This made the whole process feel less pressured and more enjoyable. Working in diverse teams also shaped my understanding, different perspective, and led to longer insights, and I realized creativity is not just about thinking differently, but also listen differently. Empathy became a part of how I view creativity and entrepreneurship. Prototyping taught me the importance of iteration instead of expecting ideas to be perfect from the start. I learned to test, adjust, and improve based on the real feedback. In Sprint 5, it helped me understand what an entrepreneurial mindset truly is: adaptability, resilience, and using your strengths. My self assessment showed prudence as my strong trait, and I learned that careful decision making can support creativity when balanced with small risk. Finally, Pink Time in Sprint 6 showed me the value of independent learning. Drawing Patrick may seem simple, but it reminds me that creativity often comes from everyday inspiration. It helped me reconnect with intrinsic motivation and realize creativity is also about understanding myself. Now, I'll show you what I learned from my feedback. After reflecting on creativity, I also looked at the feedback I received throughout the unit. Self assessment feedback. From the very beginning, self assessment quiz played a big role in helping me understand myself. In Sprint 1, my creative type and thinking style results made me feel genuinely happy because they gave me a clearer insight into my strength as an alchemist and an original thinker. Then, in Sprint 5, the VIS strengths test revealed prudence as my strong trait. It helped me understand why I tend to think carefully before making decisions, and it showed me how this can be a strength when balanced with a creative risk taking. Now, let's move on to the lecture feedback. Lecture feedback shaped the way I approach my work academically. In Sprint 3, our group only scored 6.37 for the group portfolio, and Mr. Markson reminded us not to rely too much on the external sources and to use the internal materials provided in the module. This helped me improve my discipline and understanding of the content. In Sprint 4, we received only 60% for assignment 1 was disappointing, especially because I felt confident when submitting it, but became a wake-up call that confidence isn't enough. I need more depth, clearer structure, and stronger understanding of the concepts. Teammate feedback. Feedback from my teammate helped me grow in communication and collaboration. In Sprint 2, during our group interviews, my teammates told me that I express ideas clearly, but I need to be more confident when presenting. This was honest and helpful, and it made me more aware of how my delivery affects how others understand me. Feedback from another group. Hearing from people outside of my team gave me different perspective. In Sprint 4, when we presented our customized prototype to another group, they pointed out areas we didn't notice or consider. Their feedback helped us refine our design and show me how important it is to get input from users who see things from a different angle. Finally, we reached the conclusion part. Looking back at everything I've learned and all the feedback I received, I can see how these insights will shape the way I approach future work. I've become much more open in how I think about creativity instead of pressuring myself to find the perfect idea. I now let myself explore many possibilities first and use critical thinking to narrow them down. That quantity before quality mindset really changed the way I solve problems. Feedback was just as important. The self assessment helped me recognize my strengths. My lecturers' comment taught me the importance of depth and using the resources I already have. And my teammates and peer groups helped me understand how I communicate and how I can improve. These experiences made me more reflective, more aware of my habit, and more willing to adjust when something isn't working. The iterative mindset from prototyping, test, learn, and adjust also show me that growth doesn't come from perfection, but from small improvements. Overall, this unit helped me understand myself better, work better with others, and approach creativity in a more confident and practical way. I feel more prepared to develop meaningful things, to learn from feedback, and to face future challenges with a clearer and more flexible mindset. And that's all from me. Thank you.